Victory is near. Artemis, but I would need a freaking translation on what the heck did you say? Well, basically two. And English is not my first. Oh, hello. I barely play arcade battles, but unfortunately there's a battle pass challenge that requires me to destroy the ground targets. Oh, come on. Really? There's this stuff? And besides that, I'm not really a big fan of air battles in the first place. Oh, come on. Basically, whatever beer I want. I have full ground 3 for the Germany. I have full ground and air 3 for the Japan. And another 3 is more or less developed, I guess. Some more, some less. It would be great if I would be able to drop these 2 bombs effectively. And really, that was only 8 ground kills?
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
So, because it's ground target destruction, I've decided to why not to try out the arcade since I have a free reload in mid-air. So, here I'm trying to destroy the ground target with not much effectiveness, I guess. And that head-on somehow almost killed my engine. So it seems like they finally added the full damage model for the ground targets, even though it wasn't necessary in my opinion. And you're trying to tell me that the AP rounds for the 20mm cannons do not work against pillboxes? If I'm not mistaken, previously you were able to destroy the pillboxes with Brownings. Apparently there is now. Well, maybe not for the turrets, but for the tanks it seems like they have the full model now. Because there was even the full X-ray for it. But I'm a bit more concerned that I wasn't able to kill the pillbox with the AP rounds. I'm pretty sure there is the full model for the moving targets, but I do not know why the heck there would be for anything else, since most of them do not even have proper armor plating. Oh, come on, why the heck it's taking this long to slow down? Okay, that was a mistake. Do not shoot when you've landed. I mean, from my knowledge, from my previous knowledge, previously the pillboxes were well, were just you could have just destroyed the pillboxes with Brownings, which is just heavy machine guns, basically high caliber machine guns. But now I'm unable to destroy them with AP rounds for 20s. Are you kidding me? I think that's way too freaking much. I think they should be vulnerable to this kind of fire. But I guess the devs have decided to not make them this easy to destroy, I guess, for some unknown reason. There are way too many questionable actions from the devs, unfortunately. From these devs. Yeah, probably. Okay, they were able to deal with this Mustang at least. Well, at least that's 2 more ground targets and the end of this battle. Basically. 60 tickets. Is there anything else to shoot on the ground? No? That's a pity.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
How much do I have left? Mustang. Okay, let's go with the Mustang. Wasn't going for something specific? I don't think I was. So, 31 done. 69 to go. Pretty nice, I would say! The fact that I need to kill 69 more. But I could have killed much more, I guess. It was a little bit more lucky. With cover planes covering me while me attacking the ground targets with the A1H. A1H seems kinda perfect for this job. But unfortunately there are enemy planes flying around. Otherwise it would have been an objective, a challenge for a single battle or something. Also, I remember previously bombing the enemy tank convoys with German 60s, I think, or 50 kilo bombs when I was upgrading my Henkel 177. Because it was basically unbearable to try to bomb anything in the ground battles with the 50s. So I had to go in aerialistic battles and search for the enemy convoys. Well, at least it worked out in the way, in the end. I think, yeah, the stock, I think it has the only 50s in the stock. So what I had to do is to just fly it straight above the convoy, of the tank convoy, and the vehicles, the trucks that had in the convoy as well, and just drop everything on it from the high that I was going on. Yep. It also has a special ammunition, if you do not know about it. Okay, I'm gonna... That's a battle pass vehicle, I think? Yeah, Smell of Victory. And it has a very peculiar ammunition available for it. Guess I'm gonna show you how after this battle will conclude. Nope. I was hoping to watch the freaking rockets. I would have actually hit that if I was aiming a bit higher.
We captured the airfield. We cannot let the enemy get it back.
Oh, that's a freaking convoy! And I didn't kill shit.
The enemy has captured
Come on, bombs, I need you to reload quickly.
all of it immediately.
See, even the M113s are not getting destroyed immediately. Oh yeah, they have the full damage model for some reason. And as I was saying, I do not think it was necessary.
The enemy has captured most of the strategic zones.
Really? They didn't kill anything at all as well? Ruicats maybe? No, that's not enough for Ruicat as well. Well, at least my bombs are working. That's still 2 out of 3. No, I don't need a bomb right now. Yeah, those 420 mil cannons. Basically the same cannons that I had on the Corsair previously. Whoops. Really, that was not enough for whatever it was? I feel like that's another one that's gonna try to go and kill me. Oh, come on. Unfortunately, the first was way too far away from my bombs. Oh well. Let's try to kill some ground targets with Corsair, I guess. It is pretty good, considering everything. But it cannot really fight too many fighter planes. It's way too heavy. It is a strike aircraft after all. 20 mil and 3 cannons, 20 mil and 3 cannons. So yeah, they're basically the same that I have on this Corsair. Maybe the positioning is a little bit different, but that's basically it. Better turner than the Corsair? 22 plus 8.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
18.9 plus 2.6. No, not really. Oh, it would be great if I was able to bomb that convoy. But there's an A7. Alright. I feel like he's AFK. Maybe no, though. Oh, the Horton. This is gonna be awful. Why the heck it still didn't die? Really? But I suppose it should be enough to burn it down at least.
Most of the zones are taken by the enemy.
Yeah, it kinda is. It's pretty strange that he was able to survive that. But at the same time, I'm do not. Really? A double kill from the fires? Well, that's nice at least. So the thing is, I'm not. So while I have this plane fully researched, I'm not using the entire belts because I want to. I'm trying to grind the ground targets basically. So maybe that's the case why they didn't die this easily as I was hoping to. But still, why the heck it took this long to burn them down? I mean, yeah, but still 20 mils should create some kind of shrapnel inside of the plane. But oh well, what am I talking about? I saw enemy planes surviving a 10 plus kilo of TNT exploding right next to them and continue their attack on me.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack. The
I feel like
enemy
he's about to attack me.
we can't let them keep it.
Well, that's something at least. Considering the bomb caliber that I had. Yep. And that's even me trying to dilute the battle raging of the Sky Raider. I mean, it is arcade. The after reload mid-air is what I was going for. What the heck is this? Constitution Day in Poland. Okay. So, the special ammunition I was talking about is this! If I'm not mistaken, the Americans really did drop this on Vietnam, I think. And they were basically celebrating some round number of dropped bombs on the enemies, if I'm not mistaken, but I do not remember the exact amount. Not napalm, I would say it's a bioweapon. Although I wasn't able to kill anybody with it. Come on, it's pretty obvious what it is. They were able to slap the stabilizers, but from the footage that I saw, it didn't help to stabilize the bomb itself at all. Well, maybe it did help a bit, but it wasn't good enough to stabilize it still. we have the self-destructor? Well, it doesn't say anything about that. And there's a shit ton of enemy fighters now.
The enemy has captured the airfield. We can't let them keep it. The enemy has captured the airfield. We can't let them keep it. The airfield is ours. We must hold it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they hit the ground even. So there must be a self-destruction mechanism on the Zuni rockets. Why the heck am I going in this dogfight?
Attack the sea point.
Really? Medium tanks only? And invisible ones at that?
Now we need to hold it.
I think I saw some. But it's also amazing that even the... What's the bomb? 2000 pound bomb was not enough to kill a medium tank. I think there's a bunch of light and medium tanks. But I feel like you can encounter them on earlier stages, earlier battle ranks, since it seems like this is where they start to become more main battle tanks. And all main battle tanks are considered to be medium tanks in terms of the game classification. Well, they still kind of basically are. Even if you do not consider them the game ones, they're basically medium and everything. You can make a vehicle with much better mobility, but it's gonna lose much of its weight and protection. You can also make a vehicle with much more armor plates, but it's gonna lose its mobility. So yeah, MBTs are these days medium tanks. Why the heck the medium tanks are freaking invisible? Oh really? It's still going without a freaking win. Well, now it shouldn't. Oh, great, but it can be shut down by the J7 like this without any freaking. That's still a lot. Especially considering that I wasn't able to kill much in this battle. Also, do you know how lowering your BR works in arcade battles?
The enemy has captured the airfield. We need to regain control of it immediately.
Yeah, these tanks are basically invulnerable to my bombs for some reason. Simply because they're moving underground, it seems. So how the heck did he survive? Without a piece of green, if I'm not mistaken. So, you can dilute your battle rating by adding vehicles lower than your top vehicle of the lineup, but no lower than a full 1.0 step below. Ouch. That was an anti-air tree. So basically this preset that I have here, which has a single 6.7 vehicle and two 5.7, is the perfect example. Should I add? Really, I should have went for the bombs actually. If I was checking out what I'm upgrading here. So whatever. We have a single 6.7 and two vehicles of one full battle rating lower than the top one. And here we can see that we're not having a 6.7 preset now anymore. We have a 6.3 one. You can make your situation a little bit better, but it's still up to the game's matchmaking. So this means that I'm not going into a 7.7 at least. So I'm just decreasing my bracers levels, but it's not like I completely destroy it. So instead of going from 5.7 to 7.7 for the full fork, I'm going for 5.3 to 7.3 instead. So not a full down tier, it still calculates the average sum of the battle ratings of your top 3 vehicles of the lineup. So you cannot like decrease it by a full one, by a full one step lower, but only by some small steps like 6.3. You can lower the 6.3 to 6.0 and so and so and so. So you're not completely destroying the matchmaking, you're just making it a little bit more favorable towards your single top vehicle of the lineup. Oh, don't worry. While this is not really that pleasant, it's still grindable? I don't know. Maybe we should go for the air targets. If there's so many enemy planes flying around. I do not mind playing it if you'll be able to join me some other time, but I'm mostly a ground realistic battles player. I do join air battles or naval battles when there's a marathon going on, but that's basically it. I'm not a big fan of air battles, and I do not like how hard they've nerfed the ships that I was getting in my Japanese deck tree. So I'm not really enjoying playing it recently.
The airfield is ours. We must hold it. The enemy has captured the airfield. We've got to act fast.
Oh, great! And now the game will show you how the fuck it's a piece of shit. And it's a game that's unable to function. Isn't it great? Don't you think? I don't have my plane anymore. Only a bomb that was hanging. Oh, and the enemy plane is invisible as well. At least I was able to destroy some ground targets with these 2 bombs that I was able to drop. Oh, I should have switched for the air belts as well. Really? La 7 was able to chase down the La 9, which has the more powerful engine, if I'm not mistaken. Great! And not a single kill from that head-on. No, he hadn't. He was chasing it down from behind, from below. You can roll back the recording. I have the DVR on. There was a guy on La 7 chasing down the La 9 in that direction. And he was able to chase it down somehow. Yeah, this game is weird, as you saw it just a couple of minutes ago when my plane became invisible. Nice. That's a Sunayan going behind me. At least it's not going for me. Yeah, right, and a P-51 survives a head-on as well. What's the battle rating of the M60? .380. Yeah. In my opinion, 8.0 is not playable at the moment. The problem is that how the matchmaking works. Is 9.0 is, well, both, I would say 8.7 and 9.0 are both much more popular than the 8.0 is, which makes you fight them almost in every single battle without with, with little to none exceptions. So you're mostly fighting a complete up tier against you, and well, you do not have any kind of stabilizers and proper shells. They already have their tanks fully upgraded, and they have full two-plane stabilizers against you. So yeah, in my opinion, 8.7 is not the best tier to play in this game right now at all. So I'd recommend you to go lower and just keep this tier by grinding through with vehicles that you like to play more, I guess. I've been trying to play. I've been trying to upgrade to go through 8.0 on Israel Tech Tree, and it didn't worth it, I guess. I just kinda abandoned that idea at some point. Because it's, well, it just feels unplayable. You can just be shot whenever they want, while you do not have any kind of stabilizers available for you. And you need to suffer through initial shots from the stock vehicle as well. Well, I was able to get to upgrade the vehicles and get some proper shell shots. It still does not worth it. Vehicles at 8.0 do suffer way too freaking much against the enemies. Oh, that's an interesting level. Let's go with Mighty Mouses, maybe? Well, that as well, but for that you can use the free look mode, this one basically. Well, that's a lot of rockets. Unfortunately, they have the self-destruction as well. Yep, they do. And it's much shorter than the Zunis. If only I was able to drop my 2,000-pound bomb on some mass of enemy vehicles. But this Hunker's gonna steal a bunch. Yep. Okay, let's drop the bomb here, I guess.
Our victory is near.
Why the heck I cannot damage the freaking pillbox with the mighty mouses? Hey, okay, I was able to destroy it after all. So, how many planes was that? 3? On my 6? Without any support from these so-called teammates? No, only some... Basically, some World War II era had some one-plane stabilizers. But actually, I think the British had the most stabilizers available, even the two-plane ones, at the earliest on their Centurions, I think. I think they do have the earliest stabilizers. Well, two-plane stabilizers that basically allow you to shoot whenever you want. Okay, there's an 84. I feel like he's AFK.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Right. Yeah, it's quite strange, I would say. Even though limited in functionality, the one-plane stabilizers were pretty helpful, in my opinion. It's like they had the feedback on them that they didn't help in real fight. But from what I've heard, the one-plane stabilizers really actually allowed to... well, it didn't allow the the tankists to attack enemy tanks while on full throttle. It did allow them to attack them more more easily with a shorter stop compared to the enemies. Really? That's a freaking assist? Well, that's freaking amazing. So while the one-plane stabilizers allow them to shoot at the enemies with a shorter stop, which allowed them to move more freely around the battlefield, and which made them a worse target for the enemy anti-tank measures. But for some reason it took them some... It seems like it took them some time to implement the stabilizers back into the tanks. Post-war at least. Hey, Mustang, do not shoot our own ground targets. Damn it, there was a pillbox as well. Where the heck is my bomb aim?
Victory is close.
I need it! Game? Really? And hey, the pillbox managed to survive that. Well, at least that's a considerable amount of enemy ground targets destroyed. So at least I'm progressing the objective. What did I have left? 30. Well, that's hopefully a couple of battles. Well, good night to you. I suppose you're basically on the other side of the planet. Hmm. Okay, maybe I should go with the bomb handling instead. Well, good night to you. If me or you lucky, I'm gonna be playing maybe Space Marine or Helldivers in, well, later today in the evening, which should be your morning, I guess. And if you play any of that as well, you can join, because I have only a single friend playing Space Marine with me, and only two playing Helldivers, so we're missing a single more player in each, basically. But maybe it'll be something else. I have a bunch of games to play still. Great.
The enemy has captured the airfield. We need to act, and fast.
See you next time. Good night, good night.
The airfield is ours. We must hold it.
Well, that was an amazing battle.
We've captured the airfield. We must
Not a single ground target killed.
We are losing. The enemy has captured the airfield. We can't let them keep it.
Well, it seems like this Messerschmitt is trying to decap this point. Well, this airfield. So, let's mess them up. Really? Even last 7 has the freaking bombs. You're on a fighter plane, why the heck are you attacking these ground targets?
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
And that was still not enough for the freaking Studebaker trucks. Yes, this battle was quite productive in both destroying the ground targets and the air targets alike, somehow. Why the heck there are two spawn points? Don't tell me I always had an option to spawn in here. On this altitude. And they already have the freaking fighter planes. Well, congrats, and I have a bunch of hackers unable to play this game by themselves. Hey, Phantom. It's surprisingly a lot of people today.
We're ahead of the enemy.
I'm suffering in War Thunder as always. And this specific battle is such a piece of crap. Oh, right. You also may be wondering why the heck there's this text on the stream screen. It's because a few battles ago the game's visuals just failed themselves and was unable to draw in even my own plane. And I had an invisible plane. Of my own plane was invisible. And an enemy planes attacking me were invisible. So you can roll back to the let me check it out actually, because I don't remember which battle it was. Oh, I do not have anything here. Any maps at least. I think it was the Mozdok. Yeah, you can try to roll back for around a half an hour ago. And you'll see a couple of minutes into the battle that the game just freezes for a couple of seconds, and my plate gun goes invisible, except my bomb don't. So it looks like a flying bomb without anything else. And when I'm getting killed, the enemy plane is invisible as well. And it wasn't this big of an issue previously, at least. It did fail. Well, the game did fail here and there from time to time, but it wasn't as frequent as it is these days, I guess, after the patch, one of the patches, I feel like. And it affects both air battles and ground battles. It just affects the base functionality of the game's visuals, I suppose. Which is why I had to add this text. Well, I could have played some Germany, but today's objective is to complete this one and get rid of it. And I was able actually to progress it relatively quickly. I was even able to complete the dailies, even though I was not hoping to. But to be frank, I'm mostly playing ground battles instead. And I'm playing air arcade battles simply because this one limits me to air battles only. I would have hoped that I was able to complete this one in combined ground battles, but no, I'm limited to air battles only. And in arcade battles, you have a free reload mid-air, which kinda helps. Which helps a lot, honestly. Top tier planes, you mean? Because I do have the full ground tree of the Germany, and almost top tier of the plane tree. I'm not really an air player. I got the full Japanese tree for both ground and air though, and almost the naval one as well. I was playing a lot of naval as well, but until they've nerfed the blue water fleet of the Japan for some unknown reason. Yeah, I still have some time while I'm gonna reach the top planes of the German tech tree. Actually, what is my highest plane? That's from an operation. That's squadron, I think. Event. This one I feel like, it seems like. Really? You've destroyed all the ground targets that I was wanting to destroy myself?
Now we've got to hold it.
Oh, and this one's gonna steal another pack of armored cars.
Enemy has captured the airfield. We can't let them keep it.
Hey, thanks for leaving 3 cars for me. Well, they're hard to get into simply because they're unpopular. Simply because of unpopular decisions made by Gaijin. Why the heck an A5 is able to outmaneuver me? Except it's an idiot. Still, even the freaking air belt was not enough to destroy it. And because of these freaking bombers, there's no ground targets left on this map at all. Why the heck did I why the heck did I bring any bombs even? Ah. And also, an additional reason to why the naval battles are this unpopular is because there's a shit ton of bots playing them, just trying to grind some silver. Instead of playing the game, they just decide to grind it for, I don't know, for some pennies. Well, I guess premium Helenas do help with that. But still, it's so dumb in my opinion.
The enemy has captured the airfield. We need to regain control of it immediately.
Well, the answer is quite simple. They are unable to earn money and sustain their own gameplay without any grinding.
The enemy has captured the airfield. We've got to regain control of it immediately.
So you're freaking telling me that amount of shots to the freaking Ta 152 was still not freaking enough to destroy it? What an amazing game this is! Well, the tornado that I have actually have some nice 9Ls, although there are much better 9 AIM-9s available in this game. 9Ls are not completely useless at least, but the vehicle itself is very, very heavy. So it's not a great fighter, at least. Well, not unless they're in some dogfight already. And don't forget that 9Ls do not need any kind of a radar lock. So just shut down your radar and people will have less ideas that somebody's using radar behind them. Okay, well, this is a bit of a stretch in my opinion. Shut down by F5s? Yeah, they're good maneuverable fighters, but they're not even as fast as Tornado is. As well as 5F. Well, okay, I'm not sure the 5S's rockets, but I don't think they have anything better than 9Ls, honestly. Oh yeah, these they can do, but you should have access to flares. Oh great, zero freaking cover.
Captured the airfield. We've got to act fast.
At least I'm going at quite high speed.
We've captured the airfield. We must not let the enemy recapture it. The enemy has captured the airfield. We need to act, and fast. Somebody attack him.
$11. That's amazing, honestly. And I hope this was enough for the objective, for the challenge, I mean. Come on, don't fly away. Oh, and there's a salamander. There was.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Tornado's radar is actually an anti-ground targets one. So it's not much use against the enemy planes. Well, now it's clearly enough to complete the objective. Oh, there's not this Schwalbe behind me. Ouch! My winglet! Not a crit somehow. Oh well. At least I can wrap this up for the day. I was doing arcade battles simply because I wanted the mid-air reload. But finally this challenge is over and I can wrap today's objectives. So, yeah, I guess my US tree is not as developed as the Germany one, for example. And I also hoping to get the Tigers soon for the top battles. My Soviet tree is even less developed in planes, I would say, but it's pretty nice in ground vehicles at least. This one? I feel like I went through it when there were no additional planes here. I feel like I may be wrong. I just not really not really pay that much attention to the air trees at all. I mean, it would have been better if I had this this one. I think for the ground targets. No, yeah, it even has the AGMs, although not that many. If I'm not mistaken, the Tornado doesn't have any AGMs available, right? Oh, it has paveways. Maybe I should have researched it, but I need to research the Alpha Jet first. For that reason, and I want to get a proper fighter plane for the top tier. I feel like, and here's my Japan tree. Oh yeah, this vehicle is new. Hence I do not have it available yet. Here's my blue water fleet, and this is when I basically stopped developing it. Well, don't forget that Japan has less vehicles available in it. Well, maybe not as less in the air tree, but you still can see that there's not that many planes available. And the ground tree as well doesn't have as much vehicles as the Germany tree has, for example. It's much more narrow, just visible. China territory is not developed at all, I would say. Britain tree is somewhat developed up to the rank 4, and I've got my first vehicles here in rank 5. Italy is not so much as well. I have pretty some nice amount of vehicles in the French trajectory, but the aviation is not developed as well. Have some vehicles in Sweden, but I would say it's on the level of my French tree as well. And I have some Israel vehicles, simply because we do not have any vehicles before rank 4 here. Maybe I should have upgraded this vehicle instead, I wonder. Hellfires. Yeah, now that I think about it, I feel like I should get this vehicle instead. Simply because it has access to the spikes. Must be much more useful in combined battles. And the aviation is basically non-existent, except for this Kfir C2 that was from the event. And don't forget they're gonna be adding Su-34 very soon. But yeah, I do feel like if I had access to these planes, the air battles would have been somewhat easier for me. Because although I still do not like the air battles, especially with all the Fox 3 rockets available. Could have any additional stuff to do. Oh, this one just ended. Guess I'm going to be doing that one. Oh. No, I'm not buying any stuff from you, Gaijin. What the heck is this? I don't even want to participate in that. Well, Su-27's nice, especially with the ER rockets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the R-27 ERs are quite powerful, I think. What are those, though? Are those the Fox 3 of the Soviets? Of the Soviets and the Russian tech tree? I feel like they are. IR, ARH, IOG, ADL. Yeah, seems like it is. "90 seconds. Yeah, it is the Fox 3 rockets of the Soviets. Isn't it? Because I'm not really sure. Oh, well. Not a big fan of the Soviet tree still. But R-73s are the close range ones, if I'm not mistaken. Close range IR rockets, no? Yes, they are. They all aspects close range rockets. But at least they should be able to aim with them, give the head-on display, which just should be... Oh, can I actually make the test run with it? No, I can't. I mean, I can get this premium and run the test run. But well, yeah, they do have the IRCCM, which basically protects them from going off for the flares unless the enemy will shut down their own afterburner. And they have high G stats, which allows them to lock on the enemies and go for them really on some incredible degrees. Not really. If I'm not mistaken, with the premium, you do have access for testing vehicles. Oh, the exclusion of loading screens from station, hiding your real nickname in battles, all chances of condition of a camouflage. Those the banned missions, increased limits, insurance. Really? I feel like it had the ability to test the vehicles before that. Hmm. Okay, strange. I feel like it had an ability to test the vehicles previously. No, I mean, I feel like it had the feature previously that if you had the premium available, that you were able to test any vehicle you had on the tech trees, even unavailable for you. That's a bit strange. I feel like it was a thing previously. Maybe it wasn't? I don't know. Maybe it's a Mandela effect on me. But oh well. Okay, I'm gonna be wrapping up for today's War Thunder. I may be coming back later with either Space Marine or Helldivers with some of my friends. So if you're playing these games, I would still have a free slot. You may join if you play these games. Oh well, good night for you then. And thanks for coming by. See you next time. Oh, right. Yeah, and what about the Space Marine at least? I have a free slot in both somehow. I have one friend that plays Space Marines with me, and well, I have a single friend that plays Space Marines with me, and I have two friends that play Helldivers with me, and one of these friends plays both basically, which is why we have a free slot in each game because Space Marines is for 3 players and Helldivers is for 4. Oh well, they're both great games in my opinion, especially since the developers of the Helldivers become aware what they did wrong previously, even with the game balance, and they've kinda make it better after the initial nerfs. They did manage to fix the game back and made it a power fantasy for the players, I guess. And it is much more fun now than it previously was. Well, okay. Okay, I guess. See you later. Bye bye.